What's up, guys? Beckham here. We got Smallville, Season 4, Episode 13, Recruit. Okay, so this episode starts off with Lois at like a place, and she like having one of those like things where you like drink once, and she keeps like drinking, and, and all that stuff. And meets this guy named Greg and his friend like Coop, and 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 yeah, and Greg's like, hey, yeah, I think his name Greg. I'm just gonna call him Greg. He says, yeah, enough, but he's like, no, but then he starts shaking. I think he touches him and he starts shaking or something, and then after the party, he tries to like get with Lois, but then Lois is like, hey, you better go to your friend, and she like and he tries to go on her, but she like kicks him, and then next morning Lois wakes up to the police saying, hey, that boy Coop you had an altercation with, he's paralyzed, Lois, so we're gonna have to take you in. You're under arrest. So I never do it, but I'm not gonna do this. We hear the theme song, which new thing for me to do. I know you guys like it, so I like the theme song. So then we get back to the episode, and 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 Lois is like, I might have had like an altercation with the guy, but I couldn't have paralyzed him, and and yeah. So so the Greg guy, I think his name is Greg. Yeah, he's like, hey Clark, I want you to come to Metropolis University. It's and they have like this big party for Clark, and there's a bunch of like girls and all this stuff, and bunch of girls and all this stuff, and Clark, when he sees Lois, and he's like, Lois, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm trying to find more on what happened to Coop, and yeah, he's like, you better go, and she's like, yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, so that Greg guy, he goes to like Coop some, he goes to Coop some bed, and he's like, hey, when you wake up, you better you better tell people about me, and and he he kills Coop because he has the power to like make people paralyzed, and he kills his best roommate. Yeah, so and he lies to Lois and Clarkson that the doctors didn't know what happened, but Coop died, and Clark's like, and Lois, and yeah, and they start to discover that Greg is the one that did it, and so so when they tried to Lois, he paralyzes Lois and kidnaps her, and attempts to make her fall down the river. But then Clark saves her thanks to Chloe, and also Lex is like, "Hey Jason, I want you to work for me," and he's like, "Hey Jason, I want you to work for me," and and all that stuff, and yeah, so that guy eventually gets arrested, but Clark says, I'm quitting football. I'm not gonna do football anymore." And yeah. So and so this was a pretty good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was a very good episode. I don't know if I'm getting Greg's name wrong. If I do, please tell me in the comment below what his real. So I really liked it. I really liked this episode in general. He was very. I think compared to this and the first, and for some reason Chloe has yet to tell Clark in any of these episodes that she knows about that Alicia Baker told her his secret. I think I don't know if it's because Clark's still grieving. I don't know if it's anything. But yeah, Lois was pretty good in this episode. I really enjoyed her. I really enjoyed Lois. Lois was really good. I really enjoyed Lois. And coming off of the last episode, the two-parter episode with Alicia Baker, where we had her return, we had Alicia Baker's return, and then Alicia Baker's death. I really, yeah, last episode beginning kind of annoyed me. How they had to paint Alicia Baker as the target because I never said this, but I'm gonna say this. It kind of annoyed me because how they said that. Oh yeah, because she tried to kill Lana before, she tried to do it again, but then Tim did it. But it kind of annoyed me how they painted her. They painted her as a target, and yeah, this episode was kind of like a fresh breather from that last episode. Clark, I don't know what Clark can do. Like, I don't know who Clark is. So I hope you like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you next Smallville.